Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here talking about some wrestling news. I'm gonna do NASCAR news after I upload this, and so yeah, but there's a few wrestling things I want to talk about. So I want to go over the SmackDown card for tonight, the final SmackDown before SummerSlam tomorrow night. Honestly, it looks like a good SmackDown for tonight. SmackDown might be the best show of the week, just looking at the card on paper. Just gonna go over the bullet points in order. DIY versus the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga for the tag team championships. So at least Johnny Gargano gets to wrestle in his hometown tonight. Honestly, SmackDown could cook tonight. Not too bad of a go-home show for SummerSlam, but I don't want DIY's title reign to end already before it's even started, especially in Cleveland with Johnny Gargano. I'm just hoping Jimmy Uso shows up to cost the Bloodline the match, because he could have Jimmy Uso return tonight and Roman return tomorrow. Is what I would do, but we'll see. That's what I think's happened. That's what I think's gonna happen. Jimmy Uso comes back tonight, and Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa, they go face to face. I'll talk about more of those two in a few minutes. Bianca and Jade versus Alba Fire and Isla Dawn for the women's tag title. So we got a championship match tonight. I mean, I wouldn't mind Bianca and Jade winning the tag titles back, because they really aren't doing they ain't doing shit with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire with the tag titles. So I guess if you want to put them on Jade and Bianca, you're really not going to get a complaint out of me, because I don't really care about the tag titles at this point. I'm just hoping the Bloodline, Jimmy might interfere. Yeah, that's the card for tonight. And your confirmed main event for SummerSlam tomorrow night, what we already knew was basically the fucking main event, but it's confirmed: Cody Rhodes and Solo Sikoa. So you know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Reigns is going to return tomorrow at SummerSlam. People are asking, oh, what if he doesn't show up? I think that's just people just looking too much into it. He's going to show up, because why wouldn't he? If he doesn't, then people are going to be pissed. And if he wasn't showing up, they wouldn't be teasing the last few weeks about Roman. And if he doesn't show up, then the whole show's a waste of time, especially the main event. But we knew this, so hopefully just Roman shows up. Just hoping. But yeah, that's a confirmed main event. Hopefully it's better than what a lot of us think it will be. Just because Solo Sikoa, it's not too invested in him. So, what the fuck am I talking about here? So Michael Cole, he signed a new contract with WWE earlier this spring via Brian Curtis of At Ringer. So Michael Cole signed a new contract, and he'll be he will remain as the voice of WWE for the foreseeable future. Yeah, man, one of the GOATs, Michael Cole. Some of the previous years wasn't great because he had Vince McMahon screaming in his ear, and I'll talk about him and what he had to say about Vince. But Michael Cole's one of the GOATs, man. I'm really enjoying the show without being told what to do or say in his ear with Vince screaming in his ear, pal. One of the GOATs. So he opened up about Vince McMahon. He talked about, and the be it Brian Curtis of At Ringer. I don't know if this is an interview or whatever. He said Michael Cole opens up about working with Vince McMahon, stating that at times Vince has said inappropriate things to him. End quote. From this, I think this article. I'm not going to lie. There have been times that he has said inappropriate things to me that were inappropriate. I would go back to Gorilla after the show and get in his face and tell him that was bullshit. He respected that I did that. Over the next few years, people still didn't accept me because they looked at me as being a puppet for Vince. And I think some of that was probably true. End quote. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. To be honest. I don't doubt it. And I respect him for having the balls to go up and confront him, because not many people go up and confront Vince McMahon and say, hey, that's bullshit. So, respect to him. There's no reason why he should say gone forever. I mean, I think he will, to be honest. He ain't coming back. And I'll never forget on an episode of Raw when Vince told him in his ear, I forgot, he said something like anal bleeding, and he just had to look away. But Cole had to look away to compose himself before he had to say that BS. JR did too, and just Booker's reaction was priceless. He was like, what? Him staring at the camera because he knows Vince is looking right at it. So that look in his face the whole time. But yeah, none of this surprised me, to be honest. That's one of the main reasons I'm glad Vince is gone, because Michael Cole's having so much more fun on commentary, especially with McAfee. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Oh boy. Oh boy, AEW. Via the Wrestling Observer newsletter. So, Britt Baker. Boy. More AEW drama. Britt Baker was finally suspended for a few weeks by AEW. The details aren't fully known, but it came from backstage at Dynamite. On the AEW Dynamite on TBS. Where Baker allegedly made a comment about MJF and his partner Alicia Atout, because MJF and Alicia are dating. She heard said comments, whatever Britt said, told MJF, who then confronted her, and this all stems from problems in the past that weren't addressed. They've had issues in the past, and a committee was put together to settle these things quickly. So, most were said to be sympathetic towards Britt Baker. I'm not trying to start any tribalistic shit, because I like the things that AEW do. I mean, obviously I'm a WWE fan, but I like stuff AEW does. But remember this when Mark Henry said these problems should be done now that they're, end quote, problem CM Punk is gone? Well, they're still having problems. It's not just CM Punk, it's a freaking AEW thing. And I hate to say it, it's just, there's always some type of issue going on, man. Like, instead of focusing on two big matches, they've, I think, done good stories. Will Ospreay and MJF and Mercedes Moné and Britt Baker. People are just going to focus on this. Be like, hey, Britt got suspended. Backstage incident. It's like, just sucks. I mean, yeah, it happens in every workplace, but you don't hear stuff about WWE having a backstage incident a lot. It's rare. Like, you'll hear every once in a while. I mean, yes, it's normal. Like, but I don't think it's normal, man. Like, AEW it happens. It probably happens in every company, but like, it happens in AEW way too much. But I'm supposed to believe but people were trying to tell me AEW's drama free. It's like a troublesome high school. Just seems. Remember when people were calling CM Punk the cancer? Yeah. Yeah, that aged well. Didn't Mark Henry say something about Britt not respecting folks? I mean, I don't know. I guess, I don't know why she was suspended. I really don't know, man. Like, I guess it's the reason. Guess Tony maybe values MJF more than Bret, but I'm not really picking sides, to be honest. Like, but yeah, it's really all my thoughts on that. Just sucks that it seems always something during All In or before All In a backstage incident happens. It's always before a big show for AEW and this stuff happens. So, TMZ confirmed yesterday that Mercedes Moné has filed for divorce from her husband, Sarath Tolan. I think the report says they ended on good terms. I mean, it wouldn't matter. I mean, not to us, but it really doesn't matter to us, to be honest. I mean, the Gooners are crazy in this. I don't know why it's much of people's business. And she basically explained it like she'll be sign divorce papers, yada yada yada. You can go watch the interview on YouTube or wherever the fuck it is. I think I don't remember. It's like good another in good terms, and she said she would be scared, then turn around and talk about. She said she would be scared or something about it. I think it was during 2020 or like the COVID era. And she just stayed quiet about it because she was scared to talk about it. She was scared because they had been waiting almost 3 years to get divorced, but was scared of it because of what was, was happening professionally. Because she was going to be in a big WrestleMania main event with Bianca Belair and a storyline with, I think it was Carmella and Reginald or something like that. It makes sense. I know people are like, oh, it does make sense. It's just the wording, probably, this post doesn't make sense. It's just the wording. That probably doesn't sound great. But just watch the interview. It makes more sense if you don't just look at Twitter. And people are just ridiculous on social media. These people don't get no play at all. They're like, oh, she probably cheated on him. It's like, people are just pulling assumptions out of their ass. Like, people make up rumors for nothing. I assuming BS, of course, just as people just assume BS like most trolls do about people's personal life. Oh, probably. Well, they don't say anything about it. It's an assumption. Like, I swear, people just say anything, bro, on Twitter. There's no bad blood between them, so I don't know why people care anyways. Like, it has nothing to concern you. Mark Henry's son, Jacob Henry, he's announced that he's officially signed with WWE. Somebody gonna get their ass kicked. Somebody gonna get their wig split. Bucket pal. Jacob Henry. What's his name? Obafemi. We're gonna get Obafemi and Jacob Henry, pal. 10 out of 5-star match, 40 minutes and 20 seconds, pal. Give us what we want. So, some breaking news yesterday. Triple H announced that Survivor Series War Games 2024 is going to be headed to the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, BC, on November 30th. So, it's going to be in Vancouver. So, Canada gets Survivor Series. 2 Canada Premium Live events in 1 year, man. Triple H cooking. We know what we're gonna get at War Games. We're gonna get the OG Bloodline versus the new Bloodline, pal. It's gonna be cinema. I mean, it's all the wrestling news I want to talk about. That's kind of a long video for only a few things to talk about. But I had a lot to say. But yeah, so yes, all I gotta say. Until next time, Alkaline. Peace.